Hi everybody, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 3rd of June 2019. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot for today's reading. And look at this little mechanism. I love this packaging. They really nailed it. It's just a little ribbon and it just makes getting the cards out a pleasure. So let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of today and what energy you'll be working with. Hope you had a lovely weekend. So we've got the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Father of Wands. These are all different elements. So Pentacles deals with money and practical matters, and it's the element of earth. Swords is about communication and thinking, and it's the element of air. And then the Father of Wands is the element of fire, and it has to do with passion and life purpose and what you really fight for and what you're really passionate and interested in. So the Three of Pentacles is someone who's an expert. It's having practical skills that allow you to scale this mountain, to get to the top of Mount Everest. You have the skills, you have the equipment, you've done it before, you've studied, you've practiced, and that's why you're able to even be a tour guide and you're able to lead people up this mountain, because you have worked hard at it and you're able to overcome obstacles that other people aren't because you have the skills to do so. Three is about communication and new beginnings. So there's an element of Virgo involved here, because to be a specialist, to be an expert, you need to learn. You need to study how to climb mountains. And the Three gives you the ability to become an expert by downloading information, by studying, by making sense of that, integrating that information, turning it into knowledge, and really being able to use it and to pass it on to other people. So you're very, very tuned in today. You're aware of your skills. You know what you do know and you know what you don't know. So you're very wise in the sense that you realize where there are gaps. So you may be able to climb up to here, but you haven't studied how to climb a wall of a mountain, for instance, that's like 90 degrees. You haven't done that yet. You can climb everything up to a steepness of 75 degrees, but you can't scale a total, straight up wall. That's something that you still have to learn, and you recognize that. So that recognition allows you to get out the instructor or the books or whatever method you need to learn that, so that you can become the ultimate expert in your field. The Four of Swords is about information coming in and empowering this lamb so that it can grow up to be the sheep that it's meant to be. It's got the sun in its forehead, which is like the solar plexus that we have in the center of our torsos. That's been a big theme lately. I've been talking about the solar plexus a lot. I don't usually do that. And that has to do with feeling alive. So there's something in the air at the moment that makes you feel really, really alive. And this lamb has it in its crown chakra area or third eye chakra area. So it's being given information that it downloads into its body, And there are kind of religious connotations to the lamb, you know, like the ascended masters and Jesus protecting the lamb, and the higher realms giving you information to inform you, this innocent little lamb, this person on planet Earth, and informing you and giving you information that's going to help you grow, and it's going to empower you, and it's going to give you the energy and the skill to become and to grow into the person you've always meant, the person you've always wanted to be, and the person that you're meant to be. So these aren't dangerous. This is like, see each one of these as an injection full of info that's being absorbed here spiritually, and that's going to help this innocent little creature to become a very wise and adult expert. Finally, the Father of Wands, the King of Wands, incredibly passionate, protective of what it's doing. The cobra stands up like that and puts out these side things when it's being confronted. And there's a sense of confrontation here where someone is challenging what the Father is doing. And the Father says, this is my life. This is my purpose. I have been given this information from the universe. I've received it. And I have decided that it makes me feel good. It makes me feel empowered. And that it lays out a whole path for me in terms of how I'm supposed to learn and how I can become the best version of myself that I've always wanted to be. And this wand here represents that path. And someone comes along and threatens that and says, Cobra, you're not meant to be pursuing this path. You're meant to be over here, eating this food that we've got. There's a freebie over here. Come over. And the Father of One says, no, absolutely not. I am on my own little mission. I've got my eggs over here that I'm protecting, and no one is going to make me budge from my purpose, my experience of life, because I've got my own agenda. So you're going to feel in the know. I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of aggression, but if someone tries to tell you that you're wrong or that you're off track, you're simply going to realize that it doesn't matter what they're saying. You can totally disregard that, because there's a higher force at work today that just feels so natural. Like this image of the lamb with the sun in its third eye chakra. Imagine being that. It's just a sense of being totally protected, totally cared for, and totally looked after. And when you're being given this much information and it's absorbed, and it makes you feel like you have a sun shining from your forehead, and it gives you the ultimate sense of well-being and joy and happiness that leads and that promises to lead you to a place of real skill and expertise, then if you're certain about that, you're really not going to care what other people think that you ought to be doing. So it's a day where you are very, very certain of your role, of your path in life, and you don't have to question that. You're simply doing it. You're absorbing what's coming in. You're on your own little mission. There's no real thinking about should I, shouldn't I. There's no indecisiveness. You just know what you're doing. And anyone who stands in your way is just going to be ignored, and you're just going to walk around them. So I don't see you getting into conflicts. I just see you staying in your own lane, being super, super informed, feeling good, and just being productive, getting everything done that you need to, feeling focused, feeling really clear, taking action on what you like and what you care about, and developing into the skilled person that you want to become. The Father of Wands is a court card. It starts with the, usually it's the page, then the knight, and then the king or queen. Here it's the father, so it'll be the son or daughter, and then maybe, I don't know, the child or the grandchild, something like that. The father is the king of wands. He's the one who's embraced his purpose. He's learnt everything. He's certain of what he's supposed to do. He's in touch with his own power. He's standing in his own power, and he's willing to protect it. So no one and nothing is going to get in your way today. And if you struggle to achieve certain things, and if you've been derailed in certain areas of your life by other people or self-doubt or a lack of confidence, revisit those things today, because you're really, really in your element. You're so certain of yourself. You're so strong. There's really no obstacle that you can't overcome. Things that seemed insurmountable in the past are no longer insurmountable, and you can climb those and get to the top very easily. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's look at the numbers. We've got 3 and 4 is 7, and 1 is 8. And 8 in numerology is strength and power. So it echoes the sentiment of the cards, which is that the power lies within. You have the power. So use that power to go your own way, to fulfill your mission, to do what makes you happy. And yeah, stay in your lane and let other people do their thing. And if they're trying to derail you, just say, I hear you. Please stop. I know what I'm doing. And let me continue on my path. Don't distract me. Don't take up my time. And certainly don't waste my time. So you can be polite. There doesn't need to be any conflict. And you can get on with what you're doing. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. So the way I just combine the numbers with the cards, I combine all 3 in the personal readings. If you have any questions for me, then order your reading on the website. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.